this is Heather of Henna by Heather, and today, at the request of someone who responded to my most recent video, I'm going to do a demonstration of how to mix henna. I'm going to go step by step from showing you what sources, the best sources for finding your supplies, and then the steps of actually mixing them together and showing you the kind of consistency you're going to be looking for in your henna paste and things like that. So we'll get started with close-ups right after this. In this shot, I'm showing you everything that you need to mix your henna paste. The first and most important of these is really high-quality henna powder. My favorite is Artistic Organic Henna from artisticadornment.com. As you can see, it's USDA certified as organic. It also has the European Eco Cert, and it's harvested in Rajasthan, India. The next thing that you'll need is cajeput essential oil. I'm trying to get that to focus for you correctly. Alright, cajeput essential oil. And for 100 grams, which is one package of henna powder, you will need 1 ounce of essential oil. And cajeput is the best essential oil to use in my opinion because it has a really high concentration of monoterpene alcohols, which are what is bringing out the dark color from your henna. And it smells decent, and also it's reasonably cheap. There are other essential oils that have as many monoterpene alcohols in them, but they're prohibitively expensive. Like Nauli is one, and that's the one that I think smells nice that I can think of, but it's way too expensive to use on a regular basis in your henna blend. So cajeput is where it's at. It's a melaleuca, therefore related to tea tree. Star, my kitty, is apparently trying to pay us a video in this video, visit in this video. She seems to enjoy doing that. She knows that the attention is wherever the camera is looking, so that's where she's going. But anyway, those are the two most important things you need. Good quality henna powder. Make sure that it's sifted finely for body art purposes. You don't want anything that's going to have any twigs in it. You don't want to buy it just at the regular Indian or Middle Eastern grocery store because it's probably sat on the shelf a long time and you're not sure until you open it if it actually is just henna or if there are additives in it. So be really cautious. Buy from a professional supplier. Like I said, my favorite is this Artistic Organic Henna from artisticadornment.com. Alright, third thing you need, the last and only other thing you need, is lemon juice. If you wanted to keep it all organic, you could buy organic lemons and squeeze them yourself and strain the juice. I don't find that to be quite worthwhile. So I just use real lemon already in liquid form here. Also, you can buy it in bulk. This is a huge container. Let's see how much this is. It doesn't say somewhere easily where I can see, but it's about 32 ounces. A little over a liter. So you don't need all of that. I just buy it in bulk. I suggest you buy it in bulk as well at your local BJ's or Sam's Club or Costco or whatever you have near you. If you buy it at the grocery store, it's much more expensive. But that is the one thing that you can get not from a henna supplier, just wherever you can get your lemon juice. But your cajeput essential oil and your henna, you're going to want to get from a professional henna source. Alright, and now I am going to open up the package. As you will see, it's actually a triple sealed package. I cut into the second level of sealing a little bit. So that was one level, it was the light blocking and generally air sealing, and then there's another level, and then a third level. So that Artistic Organic Henna is very well sealed, very well protected. So then you just kind of shake down the henna into the bottom of the package. Shake, shake, shake. Make sure there's not too much up at the top here because you don't want to waste any or make a mess. And then just cut along the edge there, I kind of tend to just drop it right into the bowl so any extra powder goes there, and pour your 100 grams of henna into your bowl. Let's see, that's not quite centered for you. Go right over the bowl a little better. Okay, so you have your henna powder. That's 100 grams. It looks like there's some big pieces, like there, but those are actually just going to break up when they get mixed. They actually are just, it's like flour. You would, if you mix it with a liquid, those chunks will go away. So the next step is to mix it with a liquid, or lemon juice. Alternatively, you can use tea. A strong black tea will work, but I find that lemon juice works better for me. Anything acidic is good. Alright. And so I actually never use what I'm about to show you right now, which is a measuring cup. I always just do this by eye. But I figure if I'm going to make a demonstration video, you probably want to know exactly how much lemon juice is going in there. So I'm going to try to do that for you. So I'm pouring in 2 cups to start with. So that's right up to the 2-cup line. You can't really see that, but just trust me that when it's not tilted, it goes up to the 2-cup line. Alright, so I'm going to put in those 2 cups gradually at first, because I think that's probably too much, but by starting with the 2 cups, we can see how much is left, and therefore you can know how much I put in there. Alright, so we're mixing it. Basically, at first, you're just trying to get all the henna wet looking. You don't want anything looking powdery. Alright, that's about 1.5 cups right now. I'm going to pour in, stir. I'm just going to keep stirring. This is probably right around the right amount of lemon juice. So as I'm stirring, I'm getting all the bits of henna wet, and I'm just generally trying to get it as even as I can without worrying about it too much. Okay. So we have put in 1.5 cups of lemon juice so far, and all the henna is almost all wet now, but that's a little too chunky. So we're going to pour in some more. Going to do another, yeah, that was maybe like 1/4 cup. Alright, actually right now is when we're at 1.5 cups of lemon juice. Keep mixing, make sure that what was stuck on the spoon is actually, there we go on camera, what was on the spoon gets knocked off and gets mixed up as well. And I know that it's ready when it's stirring around very easily now. It does still look chunky, but it's easy to move around. It all feels very liquidy. This is just about right. And let me just tell you exactly how much lemon juice is left here. 1/2 cup is left. You're not going to be able to see that because as soon as I tilt it, it's going to not be that anymore, but there it is even. It was 1/2 cup. So this is 1.5 cups of lemon juice to make what I consider good paste. Now, you might want to, if you have OCD or something, obsessively just keep stirring this until it all looks smooth. But I assure you, that is completely unnecessary. You just are going to let it sit out overnight now. And mostly, all that chunkiness will go away when you leave it out overnight. So you're going to leave it out overnight at room temperature, which could be anywhere from 65 to 85 degrees, depending on the season and such. But generally shoot for like 70 degrees, and then you should leave it out about 12 hours. And then you do the next step. I don't have half-done henna prepared to show you, so we're just going to skip that next step. It would look all smooth and creamy, and when you push away some of the henna to make a dent, you will see that underneath the henna will still be green, but on top it will be brownish. So that's how you know that the dye release has started to happen. You can also test it by just putting a little bit somewhere inconspicuous, just to make sure that it dyes orange. If you leave it there for a few moments, if you get orange after a few moments on your skin, you know the dye release has happened. Alright, so the next step, if we had left it out overnight, which we are pretending that we had, would be to pour in this essential oil, the cajeput. But I'm not actually going to do that right now because that would kind of waste the batch. So you've left it out for 12 hours, you pour in your essential oil, and then you keep mixing it, and then you let it sit out for another 12 hours. That last video got cut off, that little segment. The memory card was full, sorry about that. But basically, we were saying that you've left the henna out for 12 hours on the counter, regular room temperature. If it's colder, you might need to leave it longer. If it's warmer, maybe less long. Definitely don't put it in your fridge. Don't try to put it like in the stove, on the stove. Don't microwave it, okay? Just regular room temperature. Put in your cajeput essential oil, let it sit another 12 hours, give or take, and then you'll be ready to go. The texture should probably be good by then, but in case it's not, you can always just add a little more lemon juice. It's also always good to have a little extra henna powder on hand so that if you do find it's too runny, you can sprinkle a little extra in there. So I never have just exactly 100 grams of henna powder on hand. I always make sure I have more than that, just in case any adjustments have to be made. So that is how to mix your own henna paste. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope this was helpful. Feel free to leave comments. Let me know if you have other questions that I could either answer just in text or if you need another video of something. Thank you.